Hey guys, this is Trey Campbell, and I am with CCS Investment Group. And today I wanted to go over a recap and make a recap video. I have been doing a series on live trading, and I've not really integrated that yet into the CCS channel. But hopefully, in the future, coming soon, we will be able to get some of that going for you as well. But as of today being Friday, August the 2nd, 2019, I would like to just do a recap video on the trading day. Now, we had a pretty interesting Friday, and I'm going to show you what happened. Actually, we've had some pretty crazy news and some trade war stuff going on. The Fed rates this week, earnings this week. It's just been up and down, and well, we're gonna say down because it's all been pretty shaky news and a lot of fear in the market. So if you know how to take advantage of that, it's actually a good time to make money, fast money. So Friday here for me was a slow start, so I was doing other things and just kind of waiting on something to occur. Now we opened here, and you can see this gap down. So, and this is just gapping down because futures trades, they trade through the night. So I cut the overnight session off. So I tend to trade the gaps. So I'm not looking at overnight data. It just is too much clutter for me. I just like to keep things very, very simple. So what I do is I cut the overnight session off and I trade the gap. And I look at the gap as just being if it's gapping down, I look at it just being an oversized red candle, right? If it's gapping down, and if it's gapping up, it's an oversized green candle. And that's just the way I visualize what it looks like and what it's doing. So let's go through the anatomy of this this day and break it down. And I'm going to show you, I got actually two really fantastic trades today, and one of them I got out too fast and didn't make a whole lot of money, and then the second one I ended up making a pretty good little chunk of change here. So so we gapped down. So I'm looking for this entry, right? As we're moving down, I'm waiting patiently, and I don't get the entry until we pop up right here. And just so happened I absolutely nailed this right here, this entry. I had an order sitting right here at this previous support, which when support breaks, it usually tends to come back and retest that support as resistance, right? And if we're trending strongly, that previous support is going to be new resistance. So I had my first allotment right there as an order, and I had the zone that I was willing to short in all the way up here to this -5. So if this market would have continued up, I would have continued building shorts all the way up to this -5. Now if it broke out of -5 and continued up, I would have just walked away with these orders here. That was a predefined loss area for me. So if it would have come up to that area and broke and continued, it would have just been a losing trade, a maxed size losing trade, if you will, because I would actually have built into it all the way up to this area. And then if it had held and continued up, I probably would have stopped out somewhere once I saw the change in direction. But that's not what happened at all. Instead, what we got was I nailed this first entry, right? And I got in right here as soon as we broke outside the Keltner, and instantly, it just went in my favor. So I took really quick profits on it, and I'm not sure why. I had other stuff going on, and I just, I should have held this longer. But this was just a super quick scalp for me. I didn't hold it. I should have, and I could have made crazy money on this thing. But I didn't. I got out. But as luck would have it, I got a second chance. And we got this strong push right here that broke through this resistance level here that I've got drawn out here. It's the -1 deviation, right? So if you study any statistical math, bell curves type stuff, you'll understand what a deviation is, a standard deviation. So this was a standard deviation right here to the downside, to a negative side, right? And so I knew as we were pushing up so strong. And if you look at how strong this downside is, for the bulls just to come in here and find support right here without coming back and at least doing like a double tap or a higher low, it's just very uncommon to see a move like that and then this thing push up as hard as it does and not come back to find its footing, and that's essentially what happened. It found footing here. Right here was its true footing, which was a higher low, which told me that the trend was getting ready to change. Because if you look at this path here, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and then boom, the tide turns, higher low, higher high, higher low. You see that? So what I did was once this thing started pushing up really hard, I actually my first entry was right above that -1 deviation right there. So I nailed the entry there. I was in a little early. So what I did was as this started pushing up, I got another binary because now my zone has changed. Now my zone has changed to here. So now I've got this zone. So I spread my orders out a little wider than I did up here in this section. So I was from here to here, my orders were real tight. In here, I can spread my orders out a little bit more, and that way I keep the risk the same, my max risk level the same on every trade. So what happened was I got the binary here and I got the binary here, and then this thing just curled right back over and ended up giving me a really good profit. My profit today was a little over $300 altogether, which would totally come out to about 17% on my money that I invested. So that's a pretty good return. I like to be in 20 to 50% on my trading days, so it's a little low for my max loss that I have. If I'm risking X, I need to make at least 20% on my money every day. So when I do hit X, when this thing does hit my max, the loss isn't bad at all. I can walk away. So this is a little low for me for what I invested, but still it was a great trading day. It was super easy, very low stress. So the charts did exactly what I wanted them to, and it worked out beautifully. If you've got any questions, you can reach out to us, ccsinvestmentgroup.com. We are an investment group. We offer all kinds of different things, and different products, educational stuff, and we are rising every day and reaching new goals every day, and we like to get you involved in the market. So if there's questions, please comment. Anything that you may have questions on, we're here to help. Thanks for watching, and until next time, guys, trade safe.